48. The Chargers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
From the 50, here's Herbert. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be. He could have a...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping.
The throw for Toney is intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. With that completion there, maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Chiefs 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Herbert now. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
It's a gain of 8.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the... And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, it's Herbert. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Eckler, they run left side, and not much running room. Down to the 32. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll find Williams on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now a second timeout called. Defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go on fourth. Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Running on first down, Eckler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need